What? What have we got? This. Hi, welcome to another video. Today we are going to be doing some article search. So with the security, with my security dog, what we also have to do is be able to find stuff that's maybe been thrown away or discarded as people run away. So the SIA question for this video, for anyone that's doing their SIA course, is what is the definition of a hazard? So let me know in the comments below what is the definition of a hazard, and I'll give you the answer at the end of the video. So what kind of things do I use for article search? So article search, I use things like screwdrivers, wallet, phone, because remember sometimes if you're out doing stuff or out on a patrol, you may drop things like your phone, your wallet, maybe not screwdrivers, you probably don't have them, and what you'll need is the dog to be able to find them for you. So what's the most important thing with article search? One thing is to have good ball drive, because that becomes very handy when you're trying to teach them to do it. So if I show you quickly the way in which it should work, and then we'll try and do some demonstrations, and I'll show you what I was taught to do in order to get this in. So hip. Oi, watch my fingers. Out. Sit. Okay, so I've got a wallet. Now he knows what we're doing, because he's obviously done this, a lot of training in this. And what you're hoping is that the dog will find, detect, and then they'll show a clear indication that he's found it. Now, for you, it could be something he just stares at it, he wags his tail. It could be that they lay down. The way in which I've taught him is that he should lay down with it between his paws, and then he should wait and look for me. So we'll just give that a quick go. Obviously I'll just do a quick easy one just as a demonstration. And the one thing I was taught in this is to make sure that you do it exactly the same every time. So he's got to nick it now. Hey, so what I do is I get him by my side, and then I'll give him a definite command: find. So he hasn't done it quite as well as I would have wanted, but he has detected on it. It's now between his legs, and when he gets to that, boom. Ideally, for some reason with the wallet he likes to grab it, but ideally what he would do is he would just lay down with it there. So how did we get to him knowing that I wanted him to do that? What I'll do is I use the phone for this one, and this is the way in which I was taught to do it. Okay, so what I would do, so I'll get him in front. Yep. Right. What you want to do is you want to drop the item, and as soon as he looks at it, just get a bit further away. As soon as he looks at it, you want to throw the ball at it. So what you want them to do is get into the mindset that when they find this, that's when they get the ball, when they notify on the item. So what you're looking for is, as you do that, he looks, and then you throw the ball at it. This is important, if you can, that you hit the item with the ball. If you look on there, you might be able to see I've caught the top of the phone. If you can hit the item, then they'll know when they look at it, what they'll envisage is when they go and find stuff, the ball's going to pop out, and that's their drive to then go and find the item. So I'll give it another go. So this time I'll do it with a screwdriver. Yep. Can work this way. So as soon as he looks, down. So as soon as he looks at the item, Cooper, wait. As soon as he looks, come on. Yep. As soon as he looks at the item, that's when I throw the ball. Didn't quite hit it, but obviously he was down in front of me. So what I'll do now is I'll go and put a few out and I'll show you how we go about doing a search. As you can see, he's running past the ball, and because he's already got the ball, he's not really interested in him. He had a little glance. He's found one, but as you can see, because he's already got the ball, he's not interested in showing me that he's found it. Okay, so that was a good example that without the ball drive, because he's already got the ball, without the ball drive, he's not interested in telling me that he's found them. Now he knows where they are because he's run past them already and had a look. But like I say, because he already had the ball, he's got no interest in telling me that I've got it. So now I've got the ball. Let's see what happens. Fine. 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 So as you can see, because I had the ball, he was interested. First he thought I was going to throw it, but once he realised I wasn't going to throw it, he then had to go and find the item, and he already knew where the wallet was, so he went straight to it, laid down, then he got the ball. And it doesn't necessarily, it doesn't necessarily have to be the ball that you use for the training. It can be any ball, as long as they're interested in it, like this one is. So now we'll try and find one of the other two. He already knows where they are. Yep. Fine. 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 No. There's the phone. It is important to let them have a bit of fun with it, because at the end of the day, that's all they do it for. They do this just for the fun aspect. He sees the ball as a bit of fun, so I'll let him enjoy it for a couple of minutes before we get on to the next one. And funnily enough, he's right next to the screwdriver. So again, because he's already got the toy, he's not interested in showing me because he's already got what he wants. Out, out. You can also, if your dog's a little bit like mine and they get excited because they know they're going to get the toy, you can also put it in your pocket and wait for them to find it, because once you put the toy away and they realise you're not going to throw it, they then go to work. Right. Fine. And you'll notice on that one, because I had the ball in my pocket, he was less inclined to jump at me or try and take it out of my hand, which is what he does. It's a little bit of a problem, but it's something that he does. So because I had the ball in my pocket, he was less inclined to jump, and without me having to ask him to go and find it again. Sometimes with this, if you just stand there and do nothing, they think about what they're meant to be doing and they run through the things in their head that they've been taught. And because I didn't say anything else, he then went to go looking, and obviously he found it. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to try and get him to find this money clip. It's a one I got when I was a pro golfer for entering a competition. Now he's never seen this before. I literally got this out of the trophy cabinet before coming out, and this is going to be new to him. So he's going to be now finding something, the screwdriver, wallet, phone, he's used to finding them. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk that way and I'm going to drop it and I'm going to get him to find it. Now, what dogs do in article search is that they search for a smell. Everything that dogs do, they do mostly with smell. So now what he's looking for is something that smells different to everything that else is around it. So obviously you've got grass and mud and things like that, and obviously this will now give out scent. I've had it in my pocket for 5-10 minutes, I've had it in my hands. This will give out scent. So now what he should do is he should roam around and go, smells mud, grass, oh no, that's different. So if he doesn't, then I'll go back to what I was doing with dropping it and the ball. But what I'm hoping for is that he'll just go out, find a different smell and say, oh no, I found that shouldn't be it. Okay? Okay, so I've just walked out that way. It's a similar area to where all the others were. Obviously this is quite a big bit of grass, and obviously the money clip's quite small, so now he will have to rely on his nose. He hasn't seen it on the way back, so now he will be relying. What? So now he will be relying on his nose in order to find it. Hello mate. Right, so I just had to take a phone call. So obviously that's now been sitting out there for a little bit longer, so obviously scent does come off, but we'll still give it a go and see if he can find it. One way to get the other ball. Yep. Me. Right. Yep. Right. Fine. Round here. Round here. Up. Show. Where is it? Okay, so because he's never seen it before, struggled with that one a little bit. Now, it's metal. It's important with this that you also do different materials. So obviously I've got leather, I've got a foam, got a this, and done metal. Training with sometimes use wood and things like that. Just different materials that obviously hold scent differently. Something I should have mentioned earlier on. So when you do this, is you want to do it so that the wind is hitting you in the face, because obviously the wind carries scent. So to make it easier on the dog, it's better if the scent is hitting him flat in the face. And then what he'll do is he'll go past where it is, and all of a sudden the scent will kind of drop, and then they'll say, well, okay, it's not past this point, so then they'll track back, and then they should narrow it down, and it's like a cone effect, so it comes out like that. So what they do then is then they narrow it down until the strength's stronger, bang, there it is. So what I'll do is I'll do a little bit of training just with that quickly, with the ball, dropping it, throwing it, dropping it, throwing it, and then I'll give him another go, and then we'll see. Mine, throw the ball at it. So I'll go out, drop this again, and then I'll see if he can find it this time. So there's not much wind at it today. I think what there is basically coming at us and hitting us in the face. So this side of the object is that it gives us the best chance of finding it. Find. No, that's a lie. Okay, so we found it. It took a little bit longer. It's never going to happen over 2 or 3 attempts, but that gives you a general idea of what you're trying to do. So the first time I literally had to point it out to him and he found it. But the second time I kind of just stood around it and waited for him to come and he found it on his own. I didn't actually point that out to him. Now I did give him a general area, but if you was out working and you know it was dropped between here and there, you would kind of say to the dog, no, it's here. Now he kept coming back for the other ball because he can smell that, and it was a no, not finding that, need to come this way. And that's what you would do with a search on site. If I knew that I dropped it between here and halfway towards the path, I wouldn't go the other side of the path because I know it's not there. I'd say to him, no, it's not there, go back and wait for him to find it. So he found that on his own. Like I say, it doesn't happen over 2 or 3 attempts, but that gives you a general idea. So the important things to remember when you actually do a search is where the wind is. You want to be starting where the wind is hitting you flush in the face. That gives the dog all the scent hitting him flat in the face, and that should help you being able to find the object. Normally you would do this on a lead as well. I don't do it on a lead here because this is where he lives, so when we do it at training we'll do it on a lead, but also this just gives him a little bit more opportunity to do it on his own rather than me dragging him to where it is. You see a lot of videos where people say, oh, I'll teach you article search, and the dog starts sniffing and they go, no, it's not there. If the dog's sniffing, let him be. You'll see a few times where he was looking and couldn't find it, and he'd come up and look at me, and what he's saying to me is I can't smell anything. So then I have to say, no, there's definitely something there, go and find it. So that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. The answer to the SIA question, what is the definition of a hazard? The hazard is something that has the potential to cause harm. So let's say we was out here and there was, I don't know, a trip rope. The trip rope is a hazard because I could trip over that and cause myself harm. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe. I'll try and do some more. Hope you put down in the comments your answer for the SIA question, and yeah, let me know if there's any other videos you want me to try and do. I'm not a classified trainer, but what I'm trying to do is just use this just to show you some of the stuff that I've been taught. Okay, see you next time. Bye. Found it? Got that? Oh, good boy.